Hey guys, Jess Pisola here. If you're watching this recording, maybe go forward, like 30 seconds or a minute or so. I'm gonna kind of wait for people to pop on a little bit, and I'll probably have to say this a couple times, but we had our major super Sunday here in Minnesota with Carl and did some really fun things. Had over 1,200 people there. It was a blast. But I totally ended up super sick afterwards. Hey Jen! So my voice is like a little funky today, but the truth is that you will hear everything you need to hear. And I actually have I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have a pretty detailed outline because there's so much I could say about posting. I'm so passionate about it. Oh, thank you. I'm so passionate about it. Hey, Amber. And so there's so much I could say, but I'm gonna stick to the course and really just go with it. Okay, so I see people are hopping on. You guys are saying hi. That's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. Okay, so the thing I think about posting is sometimes I hear from coaches that they just don't know where to start. Sometimes none of us have been on social media before we're a coach, right? Hey guys. And so sometimes that's super, super scary to think okay, so I just joined this company and all of a sudden I'm supposed to start posting 3 to 5 times a day. That's insane, right? I'll be the first one to tell you guys that I was definitely present on social media before I was a coach, but maybe posted once or twice a week, maybe 3 times at tops a week. So 3 to 5 times a day was kind of oh. So it was a little scary, but I heard Matt Way say in something, I don't even know what it was, but I heard her say, you should be posting 3 to 5 times a day. And she talked about kind of having a template of things that you stand for that you could go off of. And that to me seemed like it made a lot more sense for me to be able to post about things that were more in a template for myself. What I didn't realize is that what I was doing is I was branding myself by doing that. And so I'm gonna share kind of an easy way to post 3 to 5 times a day on Facebook or social media. I'm gonna share kind of that guide with you, but first I wanna talk about why we should post 3 to 5 times a day. Guys, your social media, posting 3 to 5 times a day builds up your Facebook affinity. Sorry guys, if you're joining, I was under the weather yesterday, and so I've got this really sexy raspy thing going on. You're welcome. But it affects your Facebook affinity, okay? So the more you post, if you're doing 3 to 5 times a day consistently, you're gonna show up in the news feed, and your friends are gonna like your posts, and then their friends are also gonna see your posts. So it's just this chain-like reaction where it starts to give you exposure. And if you're talking in your post to the person that you're trying to attract, you are going to start attracting those people. So that's why we post 3 to 5 times a day. I heard something this weekend that I have to share with you guys. Be consistent or be non-existent, okay? Be consistent or be non-existent. This is a truth bomb. Let me tell you guys, if you are not consistent in your posting, and I talk to coaches, guys, all the time. I talk to new coaches. We do a GSR, we're pumped, they're excited, they're gonna go post, and then they're frozen in fear. What do I post about? My life isn't that interesting. Guys, Lindsay just talked about this yesterday in another group that we're in. We both have babies right now. Brittany gets it too. We all have babies. We are at home in our sweatpants. What is interesting about our lives right now? Guess what? There is somebody out there that is going to relate to that. No joke. There's probably another mom out there that can understand your struggle to get out of your sweatpants, that can understand where you are when you are this high in diapers. People get it. You are going to reach somebody, okay? So don't have that excuse. Get rid of the excuses right now. You need to know that if you are not consistent, you are non-existent. So with that said, I think it's so important to remember, guys, always, I mentioned this before, but always get your palms sweaty. Whatever scares you a little bit in this business is what is going to make you successful, because you are going to continue to grow, and posting is a part of that. So something that I do, so what do you post, right? So something that I decided to look at my life and my heart, and actually at Superstar Weekend, we worked with Carl's mentor who actually had us do this exercise, and I had done it previously from learning from Lindsay before I, even realized what I was doing. But he had us do this exercise where we looked at the things that shaped our lives and the things that really brand us as who we are. Because really, I never want to look at myself as a salesperson, but if I'm selling anything, I'm selling me. There are 450,000 Beachbody coaches. There's only one Jessica Pasola, right? So I'm going to get out there and I'm going to share about my life. And so what I decided to do was look at the things that shape me, things that I'm passionate about, things that I love. And I started to realize that my life verse had been, my grace is sufficient for you, my power is made perfect in your weakness. What that did for me is it provided me, the reason why it was my life verse is because it provided me with hope. I could have this hope that I didn't have to be perfect. I could be this coach and help others and not have to be perfect, not have to have the perfect body. That's not who I'm necessarily marketing to. And so what I realized is that is the message I want to send my audience. I want to provide a message of hope. So one of the things that I branded myself with was hope. The other thing is heart. I lost my mom. I talked about that in the income surge. I lost my mom to cancer, and a huge part of my life now is trying to imitate, in a sense, who she was, because she was a fantastic mother. A huge part of my why was to be home with my kids. So when I am posting, I am talking to that girl. I am talking to that mom who had a desire and needed to be able to be home with her kids. I'm also talking to that working mom. I get it. I was a working mom. I've been out there. I worked 50 hours a week when I started. I totally can reach that person. So that is who I'm talking to. I can do that through asking advice, by being real and just showing them that I don't have it all together. Guys, by the way, our generation, they don't want to see pictures of you looking like you're in a magazine. They don't want to see your life perfect. They've been branded that forever. They want to see realness. So you give that to them by providing content that is real and vulnerable, yet positive. So that is the second thing that I brand myself with, that I post about. And then the third thing is health. Duh, right? It's health. I know, like for me, something that's huge about who I am is I love sports. I've always loved health. I always have also struggled with nutrition. I have been very honest on social media about having a binge eating disorder in the past and how that can really affect, my journey as a whole. But I bring people on that journey. I show them my successes. I tell them about my struggles. I am there for them. I encourage them. I lift them up with my daily posts. And I show through everything that I do that I'm a dang good coach and good encourager. And I even answer objections along the way. And so every day, you guys, I post about health, hope, and heart. And guess what? That makes up 3 posts a day. You might not want to stand necessarily for those 3 things, but my takeaway for you today, and I still got a little more to go, but my takeaway for you today is going to be to write down 3, to make a big list of things that you stand for, things that you love, whatever it is that makes you you, because you're not me and you're not your upline coach. You are you for a reason with purpose, and people are going to be attracted to that. So write down those things and then look and try to kind of categorize it into 3 to 5 things. For me, I do 3. I touch on those daily, and then the rest is just my reality TV show. Okay, you guys? So like sometimes really funny, quirky things happen in my life and I just share it, you know? So that's like a part of who I am. It's a part of me just being able to provide some giggles and share my personality with everybody else. Guys, let me tell you this. Because I have led with health, hope, and heart, okay? So health, faith, basically, and my family. 90% of the people that make up the Fearless Empire, not everyone, but 90% are faith-based, are moms or parents, and they also are on their journey. What you put out there is exactly who you are going to attract. What you put out there needs to be intentional. You have to be intentional with your posting, guys, because you are literally, social media is just another form of inviting. It's some jabs, it's some hooks, it's showing who you are. Why would they want to join you? Why would you be the person when there's 450,000 Beachbody coaches? Why would you be the person that they want to join? Because you are you and you attract your tribe. We hear it all the time, but what does that really mean? So again, because of the way that I've posted about health, hope, and heart on a daily basis, I've attracted those people and continue to. And that's truly my avatar, even on my like page. So completely cold market, okay? Those are the people that I attract. Yes, in my ads, I can target my audience, but the other people that find me organically tend to also relate to those health, hope, and heart as well. So another thing that I just want to mention for a teaching purpose is you need to think about times as well. For me, the best time for me to do those strategic posts is between 7 and 9 a.m. and 7 and 9 p.m. That's my market, okay? I also try to always post on the lunch hour, and then again, I just have my reality TV show going on my social media, okay? So think about the times, dissect that. If you're brand new, it's okay if you don't know what that looks like yet, but you can kind of get out there and test the waters a little bit and see what times are best. I know sometimes when I have, first off, we're always gonna have some posts that just flop, okay? Don't cry about it, nobody saw it, who cares? But when we post and we realize consistently that at that time it's not working well, that might not be your best time to post. I know around like the 5 o'clock hour, it's really a terrible time for me to post because a lot of people are just on their way home from work, you know? So it doesn't really necessarily reach the people that I want it to reach at that point. Guys, one of my top earners, one of my top coaches and top earners, she had literally deleted every single person that she was no longer really connected with on her Facebook before she became a coach. She literally was like, oh crap, dude, like I just got rid of so many people on my social media and now I want to be a coach and I'm supposed to be expanding my network and connecting with these people and I have no one. If you are there, it's okay. You can start right now branding yourself, adding people back on a daily basis. Just because you don't feel like you have a huge crowd now, that's okay. And guys, let's get real. You can have 100,000 followers, but if they're not the right people, no one's gonna join you. It's not about how many people you have, it's about the right people that see who you are. Sometimes I attract business coaches with a post that got 20 likes. And for me, I didn't feel like that was maybe very successful. And then all of a sudden I'll get a post from somebody and they're like, hey, I saw your post about being able to be at home with Kira and girl, I would love to do that. Can you tell me a little bit more? Like, what does this whole thing really entail? And to me, it might have felt like a flop, but really it was a win because it connected with the right person. So remember that. Okay, so here are my takeaways for you. Number 1, post 3 to 5 times a day, 3 strategic posts. Decide what you're gonna stand for, okay? 3 to 5 things that you are gonna stand for. I'm gonna encourage you to post 3 times a day, very intentional with something that goes with those categories, and then let the rest be your reality TV show. So you should do 3 to 5 posts a day. And number 2, walk away with hearing if you are not consistent, you are non-existent. And number 3, decide on this being a non-negotiable. Do not let yourself walk away from this and go, that was really good information, but I'll ease into it. I'll think about doing that. Guys, no. It's all about realizing that there is reasons for this. I talked about it at the beginning. If you missed it, rewatch that part, okay? Now, here's the deal. I will say this in closing. If you have a job, okay, because I know when I started, I had a job, and it was a little awkward for me to post on social media while I was at my full-time work, and yet I'm supposed to be posting 3 times a day. What do? Guys, there are programs out there that can help you. I have a girl on my team that's a teacher, and she actually spoke with her supervisor principal and told him, hey, I have this program called Buffer. By the way, guys, I pay $10 a month for Buffer. It's awesome. There's also Hootsuite and other ones, okay? I love Buffer. But I pay $10 a day for Buffer. She basically came and said, I have this program. It posts to my social media for what I have going on when I'm outside of this job. I just want you to be aware so that if you see a post on Facebook or if somebody mentions it, it's not that I was posting at work. You can even see that it says Buffer really small. A lot of other people will never notice that. But you can point that out to your employer. Okay, so no excuses. It doesn't matter. You can use a posting scheduler program, Buffer. I'm losing my words. You can use that. You can make this happen. But set an alarm if you have to. Set an alarm. But a lot of times, if you don't have time during the day, one of the things I did when I was first a coach, working 50 hours a week, really 65 because I was working in ministry, what I did is I would plan my posts through Buffer the night before. I would plan posts in challenge groups on Buffer. Now, I will be honest with you, that can be hard in challenge groups because you have to be present. A huge part of your recruiting comes from challenge groups. So if you're going to Buffer, I did that while I was just having Kira. I had buffered out my challenge groups through March. But I made it a point to go in there every single day and be present, okay? So even if you buffer, you got to be present. You still have to see, who's liking your posts and that kind of thing, and be intentional about the people you reach out to, because the people that are liking your posts or commenting on your posts are the people that are honestly loving your brand and are probably ones that you should be reaching out to. So you don't want to miss a beat with that, okay? So take some time, write out your stuff, think about what you're passionate about, think of 3 things that you're going to stand for. You post about them every single day. No excuses, non-negotiable. Okay, guys? I love you. Thank you for being on this. We've got such a good week planned. Do not miss out. Be present here, you guys. Take this captive, and remember, everybody started where you are at. We all have 24 hours in a day. All of us, okay? Oprah has 24 hours in a day. Donald Trump has 24 hours in a day. Lindsay Matway has 24 hours in a day. So do you. Nobody started at the top, okay? They had to be consistent and existent and do the hard work. So, mwah. You guys have a great day. I'm going to continue to get better, but you guys have a good day. Thank you for being here, and continue to engage in this training. Thanks, guys.